Everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're going to continue our series on building your first custom rod. So hopefully some of you beginners out there, I'm going to try to give you a perspective of what it's like starting off, thread management, and utilizing and doing different little patterns in the threads is fairly challenging, especially to see kind of hand placement, things like that. So we're going to take this through the lens of a beginner. Let's get right to it. All right, so as you can see, I went ahead and put one thread layup on here. Basically, what's going to happen here is I'm going to have the label. We'll go with the rod specifications is going to be here, and I'm going to go ahead and match this particular reverse saw blade. And we're going to do the same thing here. So, as you can see, I got my thread carriage here. I'm going to look, make sure we got zoomed in. Yeah, we're in a good shape. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and lay up our thread. We got our black. And we're going to work towards the grip, just because that's kind of the way I like to always work. Gotten accustomed to it, even though I'm typically just a hand wrapper. Get about 5, and we just lay our blade down and cut that bad boy off. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're always going to start on the bottom of the rod, and I'm going to get everything tightened up, get straight. And what we're going to do on this one, if I can find my thread pull, what's happened to that thing? And I'm using braided some old power pole green. A lot of people say not to use that, but I've had pretty good luck with it. We're going to try to get 3 or 4 wraps on that. That through your pull through. Now I kind of pull it tight. Open the threads up just a little bit, if you can see that. We'll cut it off. Okay, so next up we're going to be utilizing our blue, and I've got string everywhere. Now this is the color we're going to leave on our thread wrapper. I like the tension rod on out, that way if you make mistakes you can go back without losing all your tension. And so now this is just my method, and I've looked at lots of different methods. Bottom of the rod, going around twice, cross it over, keep pressure on it for at least 2. Let's go 3 this time. And that's really tight. We're going to get two more. Cut our tag. Now, I like to just kind of flare that out so it'll lay flat. And now we're going to inlay our different colors. First going to go with silver. And we're going to pin that in place up here. Then I've got a light blue. And then we got our white. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, the reason why I started or finished with the white is we're going to pull the white out. And that's going to be our first. We're just going to do one single inlay. So we're going to reposition the white. Pull back up there. And roll it back. Go down and then back under. And then we'll get a couple turns. Actually, I think I did 3 or 4 turns. And I'm just using my wheel to, instead of power it. Quite a bit slower than the old pros. I hope it doesn't bore you plumb to death. If you're just starting off, this is some of the things you need to see how the process works. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull out our blue. And we are going to do a double inlay. On this particular technique, all I do is hold both threads and bring it back around, hold it with your thumb. We're just going to go 2, and we're going to pull out our silver. I'm showing you a fairly complex one. And we're going to do another double inlay. One and 2. And we go back under. Pull it up, tape it down. And we need to pack some of this. Get everything good and straight. And we got 3 turns. And for this, we're going to start with the band. We're going to bring it down, and we're just going to do a single inlay. Now we're going to do a double inlay. Followed by twisting it around from the left toward the right. And we're basically making a reverse saw blade. And I'm kind of doing longer pulls. I don't know if that makes this process easier or harder. And then we're going to come around with our blue in the center for 1 turn. On a pack as we go. And then we'll reverse it. Now I hope I had left myself enough white. So now we're going to go the opposite direction down to where I only pull it up to right where that tip of that one is. That way the 2 come together. Then we're going to do our 2 inlays. Going under the thread and back around. Under the thread, pull it up. And come around with our blue and trap the white underneath. That's 3. And there we go. It's going to be close on whether I've got enough white. Okay, now we're going to come back with silver and do our, not too good with the terms yet. That's proper terms. Pull that back. Double inlays. Go around it, pin it underneath. And we've got our blue. And do 1 blue in between. And then do another double turn of the light blue. Trap and capture that original color. This thing's getting so much pressure on it, it's unbelievable. And we are done with blue. 4 wraps. And we are done with this light blue. And we are done with the silver. And we need to get 1 wrap of the white, which I think we're going to have just enough. Whoop, wrong direction. And 5. And we'll bring it back to there and release some tension from the blue. Pull it tight, we'll open it up. It's not perfect. I've got a little wavy threads in there. The only way to get better at it is to do it. And the last thing we got is the black. Okay, that's 4. Get a few wraps on that. And we need to put our pull. Okay, this will be the position that our label goes. And it's going to be a perfect fit. Well, for these labels, I always put down, or these particular rod blanks, I always put down a little bit of clear all the way across that with these ridges that's left from the, and clean it real good. We'll put some color preserver on it. If you liked it, we've had a few complications along the way, but that's what it's about in rod building. So until next week, Green Country Custom Rods, we're signing out.